All right. Um, Going through our run through from the 21st back inside the gym up top, so I can give some more comments to our VE bass drum and cymbal friends. Let's get into it and see what we can see. So much better run today. So I feel like it's more fair for me to talk about. Not feel like I'm punching down on anyone. I feel like we all did a much better job today. So let's check it out.
From Plainfield, Indiana, the Plainfield Indoor Percussion Ensemble.
Everyone expects us to do better. And I was trying to live up to what everyone else
Yeah, I love the bigger motions here. We talked about this today. Oliver did a great job. Yeah, a lot of the pre-show stuff just looks very away down towards the ground. Yeah, I mean, part of it is due to the nature of the composition and everything. But still, we need to come up for air and check in with the box and the audience every now and then.
Indiana Percussion
Really,
Society.
we want to get them immersed in the program before it even really starts. Very cool poses. You look at me over here, I get jump scared. Yeah, much stronger energy coming out of the props. Good timing of the solos. Yeah, let's watch the quads here. So the nothing about the timing or the definitions is terrible. A bit sound wise, just a bit aggressive. Yeah, I feel like we're punishing the drums a little bit, especially Connor here. Much better job with the choreography. A little bit disconnected from the snare drum rim shots into the big bass drum beat four. I think it's just bass drums now. I don't think the quads play that anymore. Oh, unless they do. Bass drum and quad beat four. Everybody's heads looked like they got up. Yeah, Curtis was a little bit late on it, and then these two fellas a little late. I would love to get the cymbals incorporated there, but it seems like it's going to be hard with what they're doing visually. So, could take it or leave it. Let's watch that. Let's watch that whole moment one more time. Yeah, I do miss the VE taking more creative ways to get into the props. I miss the diving, the sliding, all that cool stuff. Running is a fine answer, I guess, but it's not world class per se. Yeah, I still think the symbols coming up to block the snares, I think still just coming off a little bit artificial. Might want to consider changing that back to what we had them doing prior. Not a huge deal though. Brody a little bit late to the plie there. Also very late to the turn. A little bit of trouble with one of the props there. Not a bad roll. Let's listen to that second half of the opener real quick. This time I won't yap over it. Yeah, pretty decent level of clarity. It's not exactly transparent, The first half of this phrase sounds pretty great. Check this out. That's solid. Visually and musically, there's pretty great clarity there. Snare drums, I appreciate you guys keeping your heads up. I know Derek had a little malfunction with the sticks, but for the most part, much improved. Foot timing was a lot better. Still not exactly perfectly clear what the definition is, but timing of the VE getting up off the ground is much cooler. Awesome. Let's watch that again with a VE focus. Yeah, just a little bit of discrepancies on the timing. Yeah, VA specifically, I would say most things that you guys do are like 90% of the way there. Like it's always super close to being together. And then if you look, there's just one person, and it's a different person every time that's like slightly out of whatever the definitions are. So we just need to spend our time. You guys do have lots of downtime, which is unfortunate, and it's about to be downtime like that's going to become more rare now that we have you guys in and the show is done. But you should use that downtime when you guys are together, just hanging out for a little bit. Go over the definitions and work on doing all that stuff the same. And then once you've gone over it and defined it and you've spent time cleaning it, make sure you do the same thing the same way every single time. Fight for that consistency. Pose is cool at the end. Yeah, Connor a little early again. Yeah, not bad. That's honestly a pretty clear quad feature. There's a little bit of dirt in there, but much better. Still a little aggressive on the buzzes. Let's watch the definition on this bass drum turn here. Yeah, I think it's not exactly clear what the definition of the foot is, so we just need to go over that again, and then timing wise it needs to be much cleaner as well. Nothing some reps won't fix, but that's something that you guys can fix before we even get to rehearsal. Pretty close on the foot timing there. They're still missing consistent motion on the whole note steps. I'll watch the end and then I'll talk about this. Cool. So I would say this is one of the more content-dense parts of the show. Just in terms of like, there's a ton going on. Right, so we have this body here, and we're just missing a few definitions on everything. Right, so like these steps here go into a lunge, and we see that pretty much from everyone except the snare drums. We all kind of just end up picking our foot up and slightly moving it, but it doesn't really go under our body ever. Right, so we just end up in a really wide open second when we should be in a lunge like this here. Yeah. For the most part, everyone else looks like they're doing that pretty successfully. Much better foot timing on that roll than last time. Yeah, the 9-lit quarter note triplet plie stuff never quite got clean. We're missing a lot of effect on that open second there. It's just not together. Little mishap with the spin. All good. The hand-to-hand is coming through quite clear. Yeah, that's going to be a really cool moment. Maybe hand-to-hand was a little bit crushed. I think that was Julia just coming in slightly early. Not a big deal, though. Usually it hits and it's great, and we'll get more reps on it. Foot timing through the spin just seemed to slip from us a little bit. And then the scream has been much stronger than that at the end. I do want to go back and watch all of that as a composite. Make some comments for the VE as well. So let's just start at the top of part 3. Sick. Appreciate that from Jera. Yeah, pretty good job, quads. Watch those shots, snare drums. Looks like Curtis had a little mishap. Yeah, just some weird mistakes. Sorry, go back and we'll watch the VE again. Sorry, even further back. I want to watch this cymbal visual. That's pretty sick, man. That's really cool. Maybe a little wide on that crash choke. Very cool ripple. Yeah, pretty good on the timing, VE. And cymbals, good coordination with the visual and the foot responsibilities. That's a really cool moment. Glad we could get the VE incorporated on that spin. This moment, the performance still isn't quite there. I know there's a little bit of a confusion on that. We'll talk about that and address it. Brody, I believe, just went to the wrong prop. Yeah, keep defining those arms, V. Keep defining the arms. The bass drum body didn't really look like it happened together. Yeah, just need to go over those counts again. Yeah, quad's still just a little bit rushed right at the end there. Right, let's listen to the pacing. The sound is much, much better with these new sticks. That's very cool. Little mishap in the bass drums. Yeah, guys, we're throwing down right here. That's really, really cool. The foot timing has to be a thing. Yeah, it looks like some of us just haven't really discovered how the hands relate to the feet and how the feet need to drive the hands in that moment instead of the feet being kind of dragged along by the hands there. But not too bad. Foot timing's a little bit of a red flag as we move, but we'll get more reps on it and we'll get that cleaned up. Let's watch the bass drums and cymbals. Yeah, some pretty good performance coming out, especially from Devin. Pretty great rep. Let's watch Devin's rep here. Yeah, I appreciate the head movements, the facial involvement. Pretty cool. Let's watch the cymbals. Roman's getting into it. Pretty cool. Love the change in foot speed from Derek here. A little bit of a early entrance from a quad drummer or a bass drummer. Those three sounded much better than they did on Tuesday. Gotta watch that re-attack quads. Well, yep, and then a little awkward pause here. All good. That ripple looks cool. Need to get the bass drums on the same page about when we go back up to play. When we bring our sticks and mallets up. This looks much better. Visually much, much better. Great job with the props. Yeah, not quite on that feature. Some pretty great marching technique. Connor's just struggling with the foot timing just a little bit. Yeah, very cool visual. Great job from the VE as well. Nice, not too bad on the roll there. VE is pretty quick to jump on fixing the props. Yeah, this moment just doesn't feel super satisfying because we're still struggling with the music not being very clear. Yeah, and then again, just need definition on the arms here. pacing of the ripple was much better. Let's watch it one more time. We'll play it in 2x speed. While I give my last few thoughts. We'll see if I missed anything. Yeah, so I think this run through was pretty good. One of our better ones for sure. And most definitely an improvement over Thursday or Tuesday. My apologies. I think we're still just slipping. There's too many brain farts, for lack of a better word. I think that you guys are definitely capable of performing everything in your show at a really high level. I think that we have reps where we do so, but we just have like individuals. You know, there's always one. Where there are many people doing great things, there's always one person who has a slip up, and that's like a natural thing. You know, nobody's perfect. Yeah, no one's perfect, but I think that through finding better rehearsal etiquette and just getting set before our reps and thinking about what we're going to do before we do it, we can eliminate some of those silly goose mistakes from happening. We all need to show up to every single rehearsal. We cannot, absolutely, I'm going to pause the video. We absolutely cannot afford to have any single person missing from a rehearsal. So whether that means you're sick and you're just sitting on the sideline, obviously if you're really sick, you should stay home. But, you know, if you're uncomfortable and you can be at rehearsal and sit on the sideline, you should do that so that you can still receive some information. But, you know, obviously do what's safe and healthy, but we don't have time to go back and teach the same concepts 3 or 4 times. So we just need everybody in as much as we can. Performance needs to be something that we don't really have to talk about for the rest of the season once we go through and roadmap kind of what the emotions are supposed to look like. And then the closer just needs to be way cleaner. I think the VE has done a great job just in cleaning up kind of some of the definitions of what they're doing, and they're going to get a lot of new work. Gosh, that body's going to be so sick. The full battery stuff in part 4 is definitely my favorite part of the show. But yeah, that is pretty much it. I think we're on the right track. Just lots of little things that add up to be pretty annoying in the full picture. But we have definitely come a long way. Let's listen to the rest of this in times 2 because it'll be funny. What if the show was actually this fast? This looks like Connexus drill. Yeah, I feel like there's a lot of moments, whenever we have definitions, we do a great job. I feel like in the moments where we're kind of loosely defined, I don't see a lot of individuality. I think that's something that I would change. Just the way that you perform, you know, can be unique to you and how you like to do things. I guess I'd like to see a little bit more individuality from us, but I think you guys did a great job today, and you can definitely feel proud of that. And I think that we're gonna have a great run on Saturday as long as we hype going out and doing what we always do. But yeah, that's it. Great job. And remember that nobody does what you guys do because you guys are the only ones that can do it. For real, on God. All right. Bye. Do your homework. Bye.